always wanted to do that. Today I am going to be putting myself out there once again and doing another book tag. This time I wasn't tagged, I just needed something to do and I saw this book tag, so I've stolen it from Chami at Read Like Wildfire. Look in the description box for the link to her original video. This is the mid-year freakout tag, or the mid-year book freakout, or I can't remember what it's called. But it's where I'm going to get super excited about all of the books I've read so far this year. I'm supposed to be doing it halfway through the year. It's now August, so we're like 3/4 of the way through the year, but 3/4 year book freak out, here we come. Question 1 is, what is the best book you have read so far in 2016? Shit, that's hard. I cannot pick just one. I've read so many good books this year. We Were Feminists Once, I Let You Go, Little Boy Lost, The Vagenda, The Summer That Melted Everything, Persepolis, More Happy Than Not. That was like 7, and even that hurt my soul to narrow it down that much. Question 2, what is the best sequel that you've read so far in 2016? I read the entire Harry Potter series this year, so I've read 6 really good sequels. I've read 7 sequels because I read Cursed Child as well. I'm going to say the best sequel was Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I freaking love that one. Question 3. What's a new release that you haven't read yet but you want to? There are 2 books that I literally cannot believe I still haven't read. The first one I really can't believe I haven't read. That is Hitman Anders and the Meaning of It All, because this came out ages ago and I love Jonas Jonasson so much. I adored his last 2 books and I've had this for ages. I bought it as soon as I found out about it, and it's just been sitting there and I haven't read it and I don't know why, so I need to read that one. I also can't believe I still haven't read Control-Alt-Delete. I was looking forward to this book for so long. From the second Emma Gannon announced she was writing a book, I've been counting down. And then it came out when I was on holiday, so I didn't read it straight away. And then I had another pile of books and I still haven't read it, and I can't believe I still haven't read it. I'm so excited for it. So this one, any minute now I'll read this book, I promise. Question 4, what is your most anticipated release for the second half of 2016? And oh my god, I know the answer straight away. It is Where Am I Now by Mara Wilson. I am bloody obsessed with Mara Wilson. She is so cool. I have written blog posts just fangirling over her in the past. I just love her. I've been excited about her book since she first announced it, before it even had a title. And it's so nearly here. It's coming out next month and oh my god. I need to calm down. Question 5. What was the biggest disappointment of 2016? It's got to be The Square Root of Summer. This book sounded like everything that I love. It sounded like the perfect magical realism, time travel, summer book. It's so pretty and it had so much hype. Everyone on the internet was talking about it, so I just knew this was going to be my favourite book of 2016. And it bloody wasn't. It was just weird. It didn't make any sense, I don't think. I didn't get to know any of the characters and I read it all in one afternoon and it was such an anticlimax. I was just sitting there like, that was it? That was the book I was so looking forward to? It was disappointing. Question 6. What was your biggest surprise of 2016? I know the answer to that one too. Ooh! My biggest surprise of 2016. Hot Little Hands by Abigail Ullman. And this one was such a surprise because it's a collection of short stories. And I've liked short stories in the past. I've enjoyed them. I read 1 or 2 and then I go and do something else and then I forget to ever come back and then I never finish it. So I just didn't think that short stories were really my thing until I read this book. They worked together so well that it felt like, oh, I don't know how to describe it. I was just surprised, okay? Just take my word for it. I was surprised, and you'll be surprised too. If you didn't think that short stories could be as gripping as novels, you'll be surprised by this one. Because they can. That is surprising. Unless you already knew that. Which you may have. Question 7. Who is your favourite new author of 2016? Missed that bit off. I haven't read more than 1 book by the same author this year, other than J.K. Rowling, so I'm not sure. I know that after I read All the Bright Places, I was then really looking forward to Jennifer Niven's next book, so I guess I could say that she was my favourite new author in that I really want to read more of her stuff, and then we'll see if she's my favourite new author. So yeah, Jennifer Niven. Or Nivens? Hang on. It's fine, it's Jennifer Niven. I've checked the bookshelf. Question 8. Who is your newest fictional crush? I know it's not a book, but I can't think of anything else in answer to this question because my mind is so full of Holtzman from Ghostbusters. So let's just take a break from talking about books and talk about Holtzman from Ghostbusters and why she's giving me so many vagina feelings. I really just can't think because my mind is full of her. I'm sure that I fancied people in books this year, but not like Holtzman from Ghostbusters. Sorry, I'm sorry books. Films won this one because Holtzman. Sexy, sexy Holtzman. Question 9. Who is your newest favourite? Oh! I fancied Finch from All the Bright Places. It's kind of a depressing one. I fancied him though. I don't know if I should include that. Moving on. Question 9. Who was your newest favourite fictional character? I loved Genevieve from More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I thought she was such a good character. I thought all of the characters in here were really good actually, and I just loved this book in general. The main character, Aaron, is a really fantastic character. I really related to him and I really cared about him. But in terms of just who was my favourite character that I would like to be friends with in real life, it has to be Genevieve, his girlfriend, because she's just so lovely. She's just such a nice character. Question 10. What was a book that made you cry this year? Little Boy Lost. I can't remember who it's by right now, but Little Boy Lost. I dare you to read that book and not absolutely gasp on the last page with emotion. It's really, really short, so you can go and read it right now. It's a really old book. It is so emotional. That feeling when you turn the last page, I just gasped out loud, and I was on a ferry and I really didn't want to cry, so I just put the book down really fast, and I was sitting there like eyes wide open, pricking with tears, being like, don't cry, just staring straight ahead, and it's so moving. So that one, but I did manage not to cry, I just felt like I needed to cry. But one that I did not manage to not cry, All the Bright Places. This is what I looked like when I was finishing that book in the middle of the night. Just devastating. Question 11, what was a book that made you happy? The Unexpected Everything is one of the happiest books I've ever read. It's very gentle, not that much happens, it's not super dramatic, it's not super literary or groundbreaking in any way, it's so happy. It's such a happy book. Question 12, what was the most beautiful book that you bought this year? Even though I ended up hating it, Square Root of Summer was absolutely beautiful. I'm just obsessed with this cover. I love the font, I love the colours, I love the picture, I just think it's such a gorgeous looking book. So usually when I don't like a book, I just donate it to the free library at the Tube, and I'm actually going to keep this one, even though I'm never going to read it again, because it's so pretty and I want it on my shelf. So I was being shallow, lol. Question 13, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? Yeah, hang on. This is about half of them. I was gonna pick up the other half for you, but that was too tiring just doing that. And then I have some on my Kindle that I have to read, and I have to read them all before the end of the year, because at the end of the year I'm starting a master's and they're gonna give me tons of books to read. So many books. Question 14. It has to be Chami from Read Like Wildfire, who I got this tag from. She's just so hilarious, she makes me laugh so much. She's the only booktuber whose videos I will always watch, no matter what mood I'm in. There are a lot of booktubers that I love, but you know, sometimes you're just not in the mood, you're too tired or whatever, and the video pops up and you're like, I can't bother to watch it right now. I will always watch Chami's videos because they just make me laugh so hard, and she's so charismatic. I'm super fangirling right now, aren't I? She's just really cool, so Chami. And that's it. That's my mid-year book freakout. That was fun and made me realise how many books I have to read. Made me stressed. So now I'm gonna go and read. But first, I'm gonna tag some people. And also, if I don't tag you, this is me tagging you anyway, so just do it if you want to do it. But a few people who might like to do it are A Case for Books, Jemma from Dorkface, BooksWithWings, Emma Tobias, She Might Be Monica, Lucy the Reader, and Pretty Purple Polka Dots, and anybody else. Go, enjoy, freak out over the 3/4 of the year book tag, which is not what it's supposed to be. And I will see you next time. Happy Friday! I have just been to New York, to Nashville, and to Byrdstown, Tennessee. Just sit right down and I'm going to take you on a journey across the United States of America.